The right set of tools and techniques can go a long way toward facilitating collaborative conversations. Which tools to use for a specific get-together depends entirely on the meeting's defined outcomes. Like I mentioned before, the focus of this course is getting together to define a potential future digital solution. There are a lot of levels of detail needed to create a comprehensive picture of the solution, and each one of those needs a different set of tools or techniques. For example, assume your goal is to elicit or clarify high-level business requirements. It's early in an initiative and you need some kind of a strategic workshop. There are tools like the TOGAF framework, the Zachman framework, data models, or business process diagrams. Those are all ideal for visualizing and discussing alternative business strategies. On the other hand, assume your objective is to clarify or elicit detailed functional and non-functional requirements or user stories, feature lists. These things are standard models of expressing those types of requirements. So any word processing software of whatever one you like, whichever your choice is suitable for capturing those. However, models or diagrams like, the Unified Modeling Language, UML, activity diagrams, flow charts, data flow diagrams, or workflow models are all also very well suited for drilling down to lower levels of detail. Those require more specialized software programs during the workshop. Finally, if you're identifying test scenarios to validate a digital solution, you need tools like Cucumber, Selenium, Appium, IBM Rational Functional Tester, and so on. These types of tools allow you to structure, set up, execute, and evaluate automated software tests. So regardless of content, the kind of information generally needs a standard template. Templates reflect your organization's culture and norms. If you don't know which templates to use, ask someone who does. The person responsible for leading the get-together needs time to properly deliver quality outcomes. The person using the tools to capture the results also needs time to prepare. Using software requires training and practice, especially in today's wired world where software updates are installed on the fly. Keeping up with the idiosyncrasies of a new release requires constant practice. Based on the goal of your collaborative conversation, ensure you have all of the necessary software installed on a working computer before you start the get-together. You should also ensure that the documenter has a sufficient degree of expertise to capture the gist of the discussion without negatively impacting the group's creativity. Experts use tools that encourage the group to go beyond the obvious and discover inspired solutions to the complex issues that they're tackling. As a backup, consider taking a flip chart, a whiteboard, a cocktail napkin, or a tablet to draw pictographs or diagrams, notes, or whatever. These actually serve as a great insurance for the conversation in case the technology doesn't work, or in case the selected diagramming techniques don't deliver the results you need. We also suggest that any get-together should deliver what we call an open issues list. Now, others call this a parking lot. The general idea is to recognize that every topic that's introduced during the meeting may not be resolvable by the participants. Although we try to minimize loose ends, sometimes topics are going to come up that can't be resolved by the group. To avoid this open issues list from becoming overwhelming, we generally only allow issues that relate to the project and for which the group lacks some resource like the authority, the time, the knowledge, and so on, to decide. Having said that, we also recommend being flexible enough to make exceptions where it makes sense.